What's up? What's going on? What's good? Boxing Source here, and I wanted to talk about Manny Pacquiao and the potential news that he could be reinstated as the WBA super champion in the welterweight division. There was a thing from the president of the WBA, Gilberto Mendoza, talking about Manny Pacquiao has a high probability of being reinstated as the champion. We had his last fight against Keith Thurman, where he won by decision to win that WBA super title in 2019 and hadn't been active since. So the WBA had made the decision to make Manny Pacquiao the champion in recess and then have Yordenis Ugas, who was the WBA world champion, a regular champion, be elevated to super champion. And so, with that happening, you had Yordenis Ugas pretty much, saying that he, was WBA super champion. He's parading the belt and everything like that. But we're talking about Manny Pacquiao, or Emmanuel Dapidron Pacquiao, as I like to say. And he has his upcoming fight against Spence that's going to be in August 21st, it should be. And we know that Spence Jr. is unified as the IBF and WBC welterweight champion. So if the WBA reinstates Manny Pacquiao as that world champion, then you're going to have a unification bout. And, usually in boxing, it's all about the MONEY. And Manny Pacquiao is the most lucrative fighter out there in the welterweight division. I mean, he's Manny Pacquiao, of course. So there's a likelihood that he is going to be reinstated as champion. What does that mean for Yordenis Ugas? Well, I mean, he'll just be the WBA regular champion once again. It just makes the stakes for Pacquiao and Spence a lot higher, because the winner would be having 3 of the 4 major titles in the welterweight division: the WBA super title, the WBC, and the IBF title. So that means that there will be 1 belt left. But on the case of Manny Pacquiao, like I said, through the article that was in Boxing Scene, he could be once again named the WBA champion, super champion, there in the welterweight division. Now, I mean, you could go into, what was said by the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, but I mean, it's something that I was, not necessarily surprised about once that announcement was made of Manny Pacquiao fighting Errol Spence, so, that was the thing. Now, this thing that was on Boxing Scene, it was going through the interview that Gilberto Mendoza had from the Boxing Voice. They said that the plan was going to have Ugas to fight Pacquiao, but Sean Gibbons had, said that they've written a letter to be placed back as the WBA super champion. It has to be run through a championship committee, and, votes have to take place. But, I mean, the thing with super champions is you have like a certain amount of time before you're able to defend that title, and you would have to defend it against whatever it is, mandatory, or have a unification fight. And so, well, now if they reinstate Pacquiao as the champion, then you would have him going up against Spence, and that's a unification fight. So right now, you have Manny Pacquiao potentially becoming a unified welterweight champion at the age of 42, if he gets the win over undefeated, now unified champion WBC and IBF Errol Spence Jr. But that remains to be seen, and we will see come August. That's what I got in reference to this topic. You can catch more on Manny Pacquiao and other boxing topics here on this YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe, and we'll have more for you on this channel. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.